Well, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us for Handmade Chelsea Online. My name is Lucky and I'm part of the Handmade in Britain team. Right now we are being joined by jewellery designer maker Bee Sanderson. She's going to be talking about some of the inspirations that led to her creating her pieces, which are largely inspired by nature forms. So over to you, Bee.
Hello. I'm going to tell you about my jewellery, and I'm going to tell you about how I design it and how I make it, and a little bit of history as well. The first thing I'm going to tell you is that obviously I'm a Scot, I went to Glasgow School of Art, and it was enormously inspiring, because Glasgow School of Art was designed by Charles Rennie Mackintosh. Every single part of it was a design perfection, from the doorknobs to the little brass plates on the door, the windows, everything. And it was like working inside a work of art, and so incredibly inspiring. So I'm going to show you something from, this is something I made when I was a student. Now you might not be able to say, you might think, well, how is that inspired by Mackintosh? But it really is, from the colours, the shapes, little Art Nouveau shapes here. Yeah, the little amethyst stones, and similarly here, this little brooch. It's kind of like, so not Mackintosh, but Mackintosh updated really, tremendously inspired by Mackintosh actually. And the Glasgow School of Art was very, very hot on design. That's really my thing. Design, shape, colour, form. Technique comes second, really. It's the idea is the first thing. Yeah. So Glasgow School of Art, amazingly inspirational for me. Yeah. And now I'm going to show you a couple of things. So this is the sort of thing that I make now. You know, you might not say that's particularly Mackintosh, but what it is organic. And I'm fascinated by stones. I love big statement jewellery, and I'm fascinated by stones. So these are actually just agates, probably horrible brown agates actually, that nobody really wants, but what the Chinese have electroplated them, so you get this fantastic silvery effect. In between, I put silver, reticulated silver, and it sits around the neck like a collar. So it's really a very sort of ergonomic thing to wear. It's very, very easy to wear. So that's kind of the sort of thing that I do. Let's see, I'll show you something else. This is probably the latest thing that I've done. This takes a lot of planning actually. The first thing I do is I choose the stones. So as I say, I'm fascinated by stones. This big piece of amber here, 43 million years old only. It's Polish amber from the Baltic Sea. And I've got a number of ammonites, because I thought I want to make a fossil neck piece. I've made 2 or 3 in the past, and they always sell, because people like me are fascinated by fossils. So this piece here, 43 million years old. This piece here, which is a Moroccan ammonite, comes from the deserts in Morocco, very, very flat, 63 to 400 million years old only. So when you're wearing this, you're really sort of wearing a timeless piece of jewellery. Here's another little ammonite up here, little fossil here, and all in between there's lots of bits of amber and little bits of onyx as well. So yes, it's always the stones that dictate what I'm going to do. So when I'm doing something like this, it takes a lot of planning, because you've got to get all the stones out. Now, I've got 18 shoe boxes full of stones. No, it's more than that, but I'm just going to say 18. Shoe boxes full of stones. So get them all, well, not them all out, but get a lot out, put them all down and plan what I'm going to make. And I'll show you how I do that in a minute. I'll show you another piece here. I'll show you another piece. Actually, this is 2 pieces here. This here is lovely kyanite, natural blue, beautiful. So my thrust is, what can I do to maximize the beauty of the stones? Because the stones are far more important to me than the silver. The silver is just a foil to make it look beautiful. So what are you going to do? Well, you're going to keep it simple, because you don't really need to do much to that. So just little bits of silver in between, textured silver, that sits like a lovely collar around your neck. And this here is hematite. Now hematite is sort of dirty blue, dirty grey brown, but again it's been electroplated, this lovely silver, and it's got I put little leaves in between, and again that sits really beautifully around your neck. I mean, they're very, very easy to wear, and I'm calling them statement jewellery because they're not small gold things. I mean, when you're wearing something like this, you're really saying something about yourself. You're saying, well, you know, this is how I feel about myself. I'm confident. I can wear beautiful jewellery. I can wear things that will, I mean, these would sit nicely over a polo neck or a turtleneck. Yeah, so it takes a wee bit of confidence, and I think probably people that are very slightly older will wear this sort of thing. So that's the sort of thing that I make. What else do I want to tell you? So the thing that inspires me, sorry, did you say something? No?
No, I was going to say the necklace with the fossils, absolutely amazing.
Well, I mean, that's quite a small one. I've made bigger ones than that, to be honest. Actually, I'll show you what I haven't got the designs here, actually. I might have in a minute. Yeah, so, I mean, nice big piece. Now you think, well, nobody's going to wear that. Well, I've made bigger ones than this, and people do buy them simply because they love the idea of wearing history like that. Yeah. Okay. So I'll put them to the side. So as I said, the thing that inspires me is always the stones, but I'll tell you how I work. So the first thing I'm going to show you is my sketchbook. And so as I said, I get all the stones out, and they're a right mess on the desk because 18 shoebox is full. And then I sort of place everything in a circle, as it were. Try and plan it all out. This takes ages. That's the longest part. That takes ages. And then when I've got a kind of shapes that I like, then I annotate it all so I know where everything's going to go. And at that point, then I start making. I'll show you another couple of things. This one here. What's that? Oh yes, there's a friend and I. She's probably listening actually. A friend and I were going to do glass with the silver. And so you can see the sort of working out drawings here. How are we going to do this? How are we going to do that? We didn't, in fact, manage to get it to work, but that's just the working drawings. And I'll show you another one here. I was making a metal picture, actually. Let's just get that there. Sorry. Yeah, metal picture. And it was 3D, and it had lots of different levels of metal in it. So you see it's all annotated there. So that's what I do. I get all the pieces out, and then I put them all together. And then if I'm doing a commission, what I do is maybe 4 or 5 paint ups for my client. Let's do another one here. And then they get to have a look. Wrong way. They get to have a look and decide which design they want. I think I did 5 designs for that one. And that was actually, the inspiration for this was actually the first neck piece that I showed you from when I was a student. 2 or 3 people have wanted to buy that, but it's too heavy. It's like a piece of armor. It's very, very heavy. So it's a kind of adaptation with the elements in that neck piece. So that's how it, so that as you do a paint up, people choose which one they want, and then I go ahead and I make it. So that's sort of the making process, really, yeah?
Very, very beautiful. My eyes are being drawn to that coral, lovely coral necklace in the background. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
I want to show you it. I want to show you, because this is my favourite piece. I love this. It's not actually coral. It's not coral. It's actually what's called sea bamboo. And it's 100% legal. It's a plant that grows underwater, and when it dies, it's white. And then again, this is Chinese. It's dyed so that it looks like coral, but it's not. It's not coral at all. So this is what's called a mermaid necklace. My mermaid necklace. All I need to do is find a mermaid to buy it. Lucky, that's what I need. And you can see it's got lots of texture on here. And do you know what? I can't remember how I did that. I don't remember how I did that. It's kind of, yeah, it's like textured like something from under the sea. Yeah. And here's another undersea one here. Lucky. Look, pearls. Nothing more flattering to a woman than a pearl necklace. And this is a kind of a, how do you say it, a twist on the classic, it's a bit bent over here, a twist on the classic pearl necklace. And I've got little silvery bits that hang down. And yeah, I mean, that's really, really flattering on. And
That
it's
is
all
very beautiful. I mean, what kind of pearls are they? Are they freshwater pearls?
Yeah, there's freshwater pearls, there's biwa pearls. Where's the biwa? These long ones are called biwa pearls, and you've got sort of like round ones and baroque pearls here. So there's all different kinds of little tiny, tiny seed pearls as well. Yeah, little seed pearls here. So yeah, and it's really very flattering to wear. I think it's on my, how much is it? 300. It's on my, it's in my shop. So it can be, that can be looked at. I think there's a picture of me wearing it actually. Yeah, I'll put that to one side. There we go. So yeah, so that's the mermaid necklace. I showed you that. What else will I show you? Let's see. I've talked about my working practice, but I don't always just make things with stones. I do also make silver. Did I show you this already? I don't think I showed you this already. So I've got both of these. This one is very, very comfortable to wear, and you can wear it everywhere. This one I tend to wear when I'm going out, and that sits like a collar around your neck. Both of those are 300. I've sold this item 2 or 3 times simply because it is so wearable, really. Put that one over there. What else do I want to tell you? I want to tell you that I also make earrings, not just, what do you call it, statement necklaces. I also make earrings, and these go from about 60, I think the one that was on this board, are up to about 145. So you've got opals here, opals, beautiful little fossils here, and the colour of these, this is tanzanite, beautiful colour. This is lovely green tourmalines. These here are what's called druzy, and druzy is it's agate and then crystals grown on top of it. But again, these have been electroplated, so you get this wonderful kind of shiny effect. And I don't think you can probably see these, but this is agate, and I've never seen anything like this. They've got a kind of sparkle inside, a bit like sort of glitter. I've never seen anything like that before. And these are like blue fluorite.
Sorry, Bee, just to chime in here. Question. We got a question.
Question.
Carol is asking, so what do you string them on? They are lovely.
Well, the thing is, if it's a heavy thing like this, you have to string it on a, it's like a twisted wires that you buy, and it holds up to something like 10 kilograms, so you know it's not going to burst. I mean, I think you can buy it anywhere in any of the jewellery supply places, so that's how that's done, just on wire. Yeah, and flexible wire, of course. This one here, where's the pearly one? Pearly one, yeah. The pearly one, that's just on silver wire, as you can see. Sorry, this is all falling down here. That's just on silver wire, but that's how it's done. It's on flexible metal, kind of what would you say? Not a rope, but a flexible wire. That's how it's done. That's how it's. Yeah.
Right. And would you say your pieces are largely statement pieces?
Yeah. What does that mean?
Yes. What was the reason behind that?
The reason is that I don't want to make small pieces of jewellery. I mean, I can do that, and I've done it. And I love costume. I love fine jewellery. But I especially love statement jewellery, because I think there's plenty of people making small things, but not very many people making big. Look at this one I've got on here. Now, why did I make this? Well, because I bought this dress, look, and it's got great big agates all over it. So obviously I had to make a necklace with agates, and obviously, and it goes perfectly. So yes, that's what I want to make. I want to make big things that people feel confident wearing, and it enhances their lives, really. That's what it's all about. And the best thing, of course, look at this one here. This is the stones. Look at this. Now this piece here, this is an aquamarine, which I saw at a jewellery fair. Not jewellery fair, a stone fair. And it was so expensive. I thought, I will never, ever pay that for a stone. And then the next week, I had bought it on the internet. So I couldn't resist it because it's aquamarine, but it's drilled. I mean, you never see things like this. So what can you do to make this stone so special that everybody will look at it? Well, I thought, well, it's an underwater stone, aquamarine. So let's make something that looks a bit like a sea urchin. So when you put it on, you fix all the tendrils so they sit up the way around your neck. I mean, it's comfortable. It doesn't look comfortable, but it is actually very, very wearable piece. So it's the stones, always the stones. Oh, that one's fallen down as well. It's always the stones that make the jewellery, and that's what the inspiration is. I'll give you that one over. Thank you. Okay.
Wonderful, thank you. That was a beautiful necklace. What was that one called? What was that neck piece called?
What's a neck piece? Well, I don't know what you're going to call it, but that one. Well, I suppose aquamarine neck piece. Yeah, I mean that's a different price level. I mean, because of the stone. Can you see what I think it's $750? That's a different kind of level of pricing. But most of the necklaces around about 200, 225.
Right.
Yeah. I'll show you something else here. Now this, I really like this. Look at this. Did I show you this already?
No.
This is agate. Again, probably dull brown agate, but what they've done is they've electroplated it. So you get this fantastic electric blue. And again, over a polo neck or a jumper or something like that, because the chain allows you to make it longer. It's really quite startlingly wonderful, actually.
That is absolutely stunning. I mean, the blue, the hue,
the blue is
wonderful.
Incredible.
It's very attractive. Very attractive. We have one more question. So the cabinet behind you.
Yes. Yeah.
So could you tilt it downwards? Could we see? Could you bring out some of the jewelry in there, just at the bottom?
Let's have a look at this. Let's see. So this one here, now again, this is electroplated, so it's kind of greeny. Again, what can you do to show these crystals off? Well, just put bits of silver in between, obviously. I'll show you another one here. Now this is another one of these ones that's waiting for the perfect person to come along, because it's really quite startlingly dramatic. Again, I think that's agate, electroplated with these wonderful kind of rainbow colours on it. And what else have I got here? I've got, show you this one. This is interesting because this is lava. This is actually lava, like pumice, and it's dyed blue. So you get this lovely, what would you say? It's a kind of cobalt blue, actually. Perfect colour for somebody. It's not my colour, but somebody will just love that colour. I'm going to show you a couple of other things that I've got in the basket here. Now, what I really want to do is make jewellery that is kind of timeless. So I want to make things that somebody could have worn 5,000 years ago, something like that. This piece here, this is lapis lazuli, and it's straight, the lapis, this intense blue, is straight from the mines in Afghanistan. I buy it from a guy from Pakistan. He goes to Afghanistan. And it's got little silver nuggets in between. So really, that could have been worn 5,000 years ago easily. And here's another piece. This is one of my favourite pieces. This one's not actually in the shop. This is aquamarines, lovely big lumps of aquamarine, and in between silver pieces, but I've had it 18 karat gold plated. I mean, you can actually imagine a Roman woman or a Greek lady wearing something like that. Just very raw, timeless is what I want to say. Timeless pieces, really. That's what I'm trying to do. And I want to tell you a wee bit about jewellery, because people think it's a frivolous thing. And it's really not. People wear jewellery for lots of reasons. It's a primal instinct to decorate your body. And we know that because people tattoo, they scar themselves on their faces. African tribes have been doing that for years. and they've always decorated their bodies. They might in the past have worn amber. Now this is amber from Krakow. I bought it in the Jewish market in Krakow. So it's the oldest known jewellery is about 100,000 years old. Set of little shells found in a cave in Israel. So humans have been wearing jewellery as long as they've been wearing clothes, I think, because it's symbolic. You wear it because of your tribe, your culture, your status in the tribe, wealth, sentiment, and commitment, like wedding ring here. It's not frivolous. It's not frivolous at all, because jewellery denotes who you are, what you are, and what you want to project, just the same as clothes. So I get quite angry when people say it's frivolous. It's really not. It's important.
I can see you're incredibly passionate, and your passion is reflected in your jewelry, clearly, which is wonderful. Unfortunately, we've come to the end of the session. It would be so nice to hear more from you. So if anyone has any questions, please feel free to visit Bee's profile, and you can ask her questions directly in the chat. If she's not available immediately, just leave her a message and you can have a one-on-one conversation with her. So thank you so much, Bee, for joining us. That was a really great session, and it was wonderful hearing about your inspirations and seeing your pieces. They're absolutely stunning. Really,
thank you so much for your time. Nice to see you.
And thank you everyone for joining us. Please feel free to visit Bee's shop to purchase any of her products that you've seen. And we hope to see you in the next session, which is with Adam Hussein of Adam Hussein Contemporary Glass. So please join us for that. And for now, I'll say goodbye. So thank you.
Bye.
Bye.